It's Mezcal Monday, and today we're going to be taking a look at and doing a tasting and review of a Raicilla. It is Polvora Raicilla, right here on the Tequila Hombre, coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where we're doing Mezcal Monday, and today we're looking at a form of mezcal. It is called a Raicilla, and this one is called Polvora. It's currently not available in the United States, but the brand did send me a bottle for review. So we're going to talk a little bit about this Raicilla, and we'll talk a little bit about mezcals and Raicilla in general. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into some background information about Raicilla. Okay, Raicilla is a mezcal by definition. It is a mezcal spirit made in the area of Jalisco, where if you make a spirit in Jalisco that's agave based, you cannot call it mezcal because it's not within the mezcal producing region. But this is a mezcal, and they call it Raicilla. And Raicilla is a form of mezcal that comes from the Jalisco area, and there's typically two regions in Jalisco where you can find Raicilla, and that is the Costa region, which is along the coast, and the Sierra region, which is up in the mountains. This particular one comes from the Los Altos, the mountain area, so this would be considered a La Sierra Raicilla. Now, the agave used for this Raicilla is Maximiliana, so that one is one that you typically will find in most of the Raicillas that are out there. They can use a few other ones, and they do use some other ones besides Maximiliana, but Maximiliana is one that you'll find a lot in some of the Raicillas and stuff that are out. Now, the cool thing about Maximiliana and the way that they make Raicilla is sometimes you can get some really interesting flavor profiles from it. I mean, beyond crazy flavor profiles from some Raicilla, and sometimes you can get some pretty normal tasting Raicilla. It all depends on the fermentation and how they process the agave and cook it and how they make the Raicilla. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get some tasting notes and stuff done on this Raicilla and see where it fits along the category of Raicillas. All right, so as far as I've seen, this Raicilla is only available in Mexico and in Europe. I've seen it sold in Europe. It's not available in the United States yet. And one thing that kind of I saw on this, and I was kind of like, it's 40% alcohol by volume. Normally, Raicillas are higher proof than 40%. Normally, they don't dilute them down. This particular one is diluted down. Now, the interesting thing about Raicilla is its history, its background, really is like the Mexican moonshine. People that make Raicilla used to hide to do it and then would sell it out on the streets in jugs where you can drive by and pick it up out of their home palenques or their home tabernas, as they call it, for Raicilla. And people would sell it on the streets to try to avoid the tax ban and paying taxes on it. So it's now mainstream. They actually have a denomination for it where it has to follow certain guidelines in order to be called Raicilla, but there isn't a lot of enforcement on that quite yet because it's so new, but they're working on it. So there's some really good Raicilla makers out there. And this one comes, like I said, from Europe. The brand sent me this to review and let them know what I think. So we're going to tell you guys about it right now. So here's the bottle, and this is like blue, solid blue. It's kind of a nice little bottle. But like I said, the only thing on this that kind of is like, is that the fact that it's 40%. Normally you'll find them, they're higher. Normally they're like 90 proof, 45 or higher, sometimes as high as 50%. Because then you get more of the agave notes and stuff from it. But this one comes in at 40%, so it is diluted down. But it looks kind of a cool bottle, very interesting blue color. So let's take a look at the Raicilla. Looking at it in the glass, it coats the glass beautifully, of course. You can see the tears and stuff starting to form on it in the legs. They're starting to drip down. Looking at the Raicilla itself, it's crystal clear. You can see the hints of silver just shining through that. It looks great. So it looks like it's going to have a nice viscous mouthfeel on it too. All right, let's see what we get on the nose on this Raicilla. Now, Raicilla and tequila, you know, they're cousins or kind of brothers because it's just basically the same thing as a tequila, but made with a different agave. And they use, you know, fire and stuff to cook the agave versus steam. It's not as industrialized as tequila, but it's basically the same thing. And the old school tequilas used to be made this way. So if you're interested in trying out a Raicilla, this might be a good one if you're a tequila person, if you can find it in Europe. Or on the nose on it, it's very floral. Definitely picking up some notes of cinnamon in there and citrus like orange. It smells really nice, actually. It smells good. Definitely picking up notes of citrus, cinnamon. It has a little hint of vanilla that's coming through on it as well. It smells good. I like it. It's not super funky. Some Maximiliana Raicillas can be really musty and interesting. This one's just kind of more along the lines of what you'd find in a tequila. I'm not picking up a whole lot of smoke, if any, on it, which I know some people don't like the smoky aspects of some of these mezcal type spirits. I'm not picking up any on the nose on this, but it does smell really good. It definitely smells like a more citrus and floral coming through on it. All right, let's see what we get on the flavor profile. I'm going to let my mouth acclimate to the 40% first. It's really nice. Picking up notes of cinnamon up in the front. Definitely some like citrus. It's like orange, like sweet orange. Hints of orange peel. Definitely like really nice cinnamon notes to it, sweet cinnamon notes to it. This is nice. It's enjoyable. It's not, it's super easy to drink. It's not like what I normally would find in a Raicilla, but this definitely would appeal to tequila drinkers. I think that a lot of them would personally enjoy this. So it's good. So how would I rate this one? I'd give it 4 agave. I'd recommend it. If you can find it, try it. There's nothing off-putting about it. It's not one of the best Raicillas I ever had, but it's good. I'd recommend it. So if you can find it, grab it. It is available in England, in Europe, and it's also available in Mexico, and it's good. So there you go. If you have any questions, make sure you comment below. Let me know about Raicilla. If you like the information I share with you, make sure you click the thumbs up and give me a like. If you're new to the channel, bienvenido, welcome. And please click that subscribe button and click the notification bell next to it so you get notified anytime that we do a live stream or post a new informational video here on the channel. And we'd love to have you comment and be a part of our Tequila Hombre community on YouTube. Now, I'd also like to say thank you to our members, those of you that support the channel through membership here on YouTube. And what I'm going to start doing now is on some videos that I do, I'm going to actually start selecting some of the people that are members here on YouTube and sending them samples. So today's sample winners are Jason Fehler, Jan Nissen, and Abel S. So I'm going to send the 3 of you some samples as long as you're over 18 or over 21 years of age, which I'm sure you are. I will send you guys samples to try this Raicilla, which I think is very good. You may enjoy it. And if you're interested in becoming a member of the channel, please click the join button below and become a member, and you may get a sample on a future post. But we'll send these out here shortly. If your name was mentioned, make sure you DM me, send me a message so I can get your mailing address and get these out to you. Well, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this information. Polvora, if you can find it, grab some. It's good. I think you'd like it. And until next time, like I always say, Life is too short to drink bad agave spirits. So, hey, if you find some Polvora and want to try it, pick it up. Salute.